Oh, man. Not again.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Henry Solstice Studios of New York, Jon Jones in trouble again. Oh boy, we're going to talk about it tonight on a breaking news special with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Had a little phlegm in that intro, Jesse.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh my God. Jon Jones. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Why? We're in the middle of a pandemic.
A global pandemic.
I'm saying the middle. It's probably the beginning of a pandemic here. And what are we doing? What is going on? Getting behind the wheel, tossing a couple back, firing off a couple of rounds. I don't know. What? Why? Jon, you found Jesus. You found God. And you've also found some police officers.
The
Jesse,
same police officer.
I mean, when you heard that Jon Jones was in trouble, what was your initial thoughts?
Called it. I fucking called it. I said he was going to get in trouble again and again and again. It wasn't over. I said it. Called it. I wasn't surprised at all.
I don't think anyone is surprised, Jesse, to be honest. I mean, I don't think anyone's just like, oh my God, I'm shocked. Yeah, I mean, this is something that we all expected. We just, some people that are big Jon Jones fans are just like, nah, that can't happen again. Oh yeah, it can. Now, we don't know the whole story. We have what they've released, but it doesn't look good. So what we're going to do is we're going to get right into it. All right? We're going to get right into the story.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can't make this shit up. And it's actually shitty stuff here. It really is. I could see how people could be angry about this because it's so irresponsible. I've made a million excuses for a lot of these guys, a lot of these athletes in the past. And it's just getting tougher and tougher to make excuses.
Super chat.
King K, thank you for the deuce. Dropping deuces tonight. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. All right, so let's get into this story, Jesse.
Do you want to tell them that this is also a crash test stream?
Yes, yeah. If the stream goes down, this is a test as well, and we will not come back on. But hopefully this works. It looks like everything's working.
So everyone fucking pray that the stream does not crash, because if it does, that's it.
Yeah, we're testing on top of a breaking news story, so hopefully this works out.
All right. According to MMA fighting UFC champion Jon Jones has been arrested for aggravated DWI, negligent use of a firearm in Albuquerque.
I'm aggravated.
UFC light heavyweight champ Jon Jones was arrested by Albuquerque Police early Thursday morning for aggravated DWI as well as negligent use of a firearm. According to arrest records obtained by MMA Fighting on Thursday, Jones was picked up just past 1 a.m. local time, and based on booking information, he's already been released from custody.
Can we just talk about this picture here? I mean, what kind of mugshot do we have here?
We'll talk about it in a sec.
It looks like he's still feeling good in this mugshot.
He is due back in court on April 8th for a bond arrangement arraignment, hearing per Bernalillo County District Attorney spokesperson Michael Patrick. Jones was arrested for aggravated DWI, driving while intoxicated, as well as negligent use of a firearm, possession of an open container, and driving with no proof of insurance. Calls to Jones's management team for comment were not returned. According to the criminal complaint first reported by KOAT in Albuquerque, officers responded to gunshots and they found Jones in the driver's seat of his vehicle. He claimed he didn't know anything about the gunshots fired. Officers noted Officers noticed that Jones seemed intoxicated, and he admitted to officers that he had been driving earlier that night and intended to drive again. Jones submitted to sobriety tests and performed poorly on all of them. He later took a breathalyzer test and results returned at or above twice the legal limit. After Jones was arrested, a black handgun was found underneath the driver's seat along with a bottle of Recuerdo behind the passenger seat. Patrick said prosecutors are working with law enforcement to acquire lapel video and other available discovery evidence from the arresting officer within the next 48 hours. Unfortunately, this is just the latest incident plaguing Jones when it comes to vehicular offenses over the past several years. Back in 2012, Jones was arrested for driving under the influence after crashing his Bentley Continental GT in a pole in Binghamton, New York. He ultimately pled guilty to DUI charges, paid a fine, and had his driver's license suspended for 6 months. Jones was also arrested in 2015 after being involved in a hit-and-run accident in Albuquerque after he ran through a red light and crashed into 2 different vehicles before fleeing the scene.
Happy anniversary.
He later turned himself into police after a warrant was issued for his arrest. Jones ended up pleading guilty to leaving the scene of an accident, and he was sentenced to 18 months of supervised probation. Now it appears Jones is back in hot water again following another arrest for DWI in Albuquerque. When it comes to his fight career, Jones has been staying busy with a very active schedule after finally returning to action at the end of 2018 when he reclaimed the UFC light heavyweight title. Since winning back the belt, Jones has gone 3-0 over the past 2 years with wins over Anthony Smith, Thiago Santos, and Dominic Reyes. His last performance
Questionable wins, though, right?
came in February, and Jones has not been booked for another fight since that time. Update. The UFC did issue a statement, Moss.
Okay. Man, oh man. Jesse. Now, is this really the mugshot?
Yes.
You sure?
No.
It looks like they superimposed him in front of it.
Probably
and someone
not.
in the chat said he's not 6'6". According to this, he's 6'6".
And most mugshots are not behind this kind of thing, this measurement scale.
I think
so
this is
This is
Photoshopped.
probably not the Photoshop.
Yeah,
the actual
this can't be it.
mugshot. But I suppose they were just quickly trying to put something together for the stories. So.
Yeah, this looks like he was taking a shit and took a selfie, and then by accident, it's like, oh, whoops.
Usually it's in front of a blue wall or like a white wall. It's normally not.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Don't think this is the mugshot. But kudos to what was this? Where is that story from?
MMA fighting.
MMA fighting. Okay.
Now, according to ESPN MMA, the UFC has issued a statement on Jon Jones' arrest, and they said, quote,
"Fuck." The end.
UFC is aware of the situation regarding Jon Jones in Albuquerque early this morning. The organization has been in contact with Jones' management team and is currently gathering additional information.
I actually have audio from Dana White. This actually just dropped in as well. This was during an interview with Brett Okamoto, and Dana had this to say.
No!
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is so ridiculous.
Well, what did you expect? Did you honestly expect him to stay on a straight line?
I tell you what.
Be honest. Straight up. Be honest with me. Face to face. Did you really expect Jon Jones to not ever get in trouble again after this whole God is my witness act
John
that he put on?
He found God. He's a good man now. This is all a mistake.
God, and I still dream of killing people.
I kind of want to follow God now. It sounds like a great time. If I become religious, then I could drive around completely intoxicated, fire off a couple of rounds, be reckless. Sounds great. I want to follow God now. Lord, I'm with you, buddy. Look, the shtick is, the jig is up. It's up. That's it. It's over. This is the 3rd time. Now, I don't know what the hell the UFC could do in a situation like this. Clearly, Bones has issues. Like, I mean, it's so easy to kick the man when he's down. He's clearly down once again.
He's down The time.
I know. And
What?
but listen, we could all just keep on kicking him and be like, "You're an asshole. You're an asshole."
You're really doing this.
That's the easy route. The guy needs fucking help.
No
now,
shit.
Every time he bounces back and gets out of a situation, he says, "Well, I'm still drinking." He makes it very clear, "I'm still going to drink. I'm still going to have fun." And then makes the same mistake over and over again. He says he wasn't firing off the gun and he had a gun in his car. All right.
With a gun, with a bullet shell.
I know. He did fire the gun. I know. Listen, the guy has to do this. He has to say, "I am not drinking anymore. The party's over. I have 4 kids, 3 with his fiance. He has the other one from some other girl. I don't know. And it's a fiance. He's not married, but still
You know why he's not married?
Because he wants to drink and drive.
Because he keeps fucking up.
And slap strippers in the ass. Can you blame the guy? I don't know. You can't defend him anymore. It's an impossibility.
If you ever tried to, I would let you on fire for it. There is just no absolute way.
It's impossible.
You could defend the guy at this point.
It's impossible. Some donations coming in. Roberto Hernandez.
Alcohol can be very dangerous. In an instant, your life can change with a bad choice.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Listen, as much as I want to say, "Hey, made a mistake, slap him on the wrist. We'll see you back in the cage."
But you know why you can't?
You can't drink and drive. You can't.
Well, you've admitted on the show before that you've made the same mistake.
Yeah, and I didn't do it again and again. Like, it's crazy.
You're right, but it's proof that anybody can fall into this trap of, "Oh, I can drive home, I'm fine."
You have to learn from your mistakes. This man is not learning from his mistakes. John. Bones. You need to learn from your mistakes. Please, for God's sakes. Actually, you don't have to learn anymore. This is the 3 strikes and you're out rule. I mean, how many more?
This is like the 5th strike. What are you talking about? 3 strikes. This is beyond
driving.
3 strikes.
This is just the driving experiences.
It's horrible. I don't know if anyone ever tries. Listen, I
and
get
he runs
it.
into the same cop.
If you're a fan, well, it's Albuquerque. I mean, it's
there's only one cop
It's not
over
like
there.
New York where there's a million cops everywhere. But I understand if you're a fan. I understand if you are trying your hardest to stay on his side and defend the guy as much as you can. Any hardcore I would do that for Adesanya and I would do that for Khabib.
Is he still under probation? Is he? I see someone.
He was released on bail for now.
But he's got to be under probation.
But he's going to go in for arraignment in a week, I believe.
Oh, he's done.
Like that.
He's done. I was watching the tape Brett Okamoto played. Let's play a couple donations before we get to that. Hold on a second here. We got
during a pandemic.
Sean McKenzie. I'm sure he's gonna be.
Fuck Jon Jones. Dipshit Dana will show up in court and continue to swallow his Viagra tasting cum and not fire him from the UFC.
He loves
Jon Jones deserves nothing more than to be in prison.
How can I argue that?
Here's what I see happening. Anyone who is a repeat offender like this at some point gets jail time. Even if it's just for 30 days or 60 days or even 90 days. You get jail time because you're a repeat offender, especially when you are endangering other lives on the road. I don't think that's going to happen with Jon Jones. I genuinely think, as much as I'm like on Dana White's side lately because of everything he's been doing with this whole coronavirus thing, I genuinely think the UFC is going to pay someone off and Jon Jones is going to get away scot-free once again.
Well, we don't have the full story here, but we have a pretty damn good story.
He's been released on bail right now. He has an arraignment in like a week or so or something like that to determine what his sentence would be, if there is a sentence.
He's done.
But I personally believe with all that he's gotten away with, I don't see him getting jail time even for 30 days at this point in his career.
Man. This is crazy. You can, it's very. He's making it very difficult to defend him.
During a pandemic.
There's donations.
It's tougher to make excuses for Jones.
Yep.
Come on now, this psychopath needs professional help, not Jesus. He turned a leaf, they said, and under that leaf is more drugs, alcohol, and oh yeah, guns.
Yep.
When will people learn this guy is a fraud in and out of the cage?
Yep, I agree.
Listen.
I agree, man.
How can we argue with you? We can't.
And it makes you.
We can't.
It makes you also question. Now, the police were originally responding to gunshots, and then they saw him on the road, and they pulled him over because of reckless driving, and they saw the gun in the car, which is the exact reason for the gunshots. Mm-hmm. What the fuck was he doing firing off a gun while he's drunk? What was he doing?
He's fucking having a good time. I don't know.
Where? What was the reason?
I don't know, man. I couldn't even see myself in that position. Like, I've been in positions where I've made stupid decisions. I've gotten behind the wheel and made a stupid decision. I would never, ever do that again. But you learn from your mistakes. And I was lucky enough to learn from my mistakes in the past. You would think John, who found God and shoving God up everyone's ass.
But it's not the God
and then
thing.
makes this no. But here's my problem here. He used God as a crutch.
Yes.
That's exactly what Jon Jones did. Let's not be fooled here. Maybe he does believe in God, and that's fine. Anyone can believe in their own gods. That's fine. But the fact that he was shoving it up all of our asses over and over and over again just to save face, and then he goes out, gets wrecked, and starts busting
And
some
he's still
caps.
pulsating on steroids. Let's just keep that in mind, guys.
John,
These picograms.
I don't know how we can help in this situation.
No, how you can help. I have
I'm
no
trying.
interest
I'm
in
trying to
helping
figure
him.
this out.
You want to help him.
And this is the reason why I want to try to help here. I don't.
How many offenses is it going to take for you
Listen,
to stop trying to help him?
Drinking and driving is unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. So I can't. Especially
Hitting a pregnant woman,
if you're
getting another DUI.
Yes, you're a repeat offender. It is a terrible thing to do.
So how many?
And
So
I
my
can't
question
defend him.
is,
But
how many is it going to take for you to stop trying? To
But
defend
here's
him?
the thing. Let me just say this right now. If somehow he gets off, right, which he probably will, because the guy's got 9 lives.
100%.
If somehow he gets off and he fights again, I will be with popcorn shoving into my face watching this fight and not giving a fuck. Maybe that makes me a horrible person.
I
but
can't.
if somehow he gets by with
Forget
this,
the fight.
not like I'm going to root for him, but this is what I'm doing here. I'm separating him as a piece of shit outside of the cage and inside the cage. I like watching
All
him
right.
fight.
Now let me put you in a perspective here. Forget the fight.
I like watching him fight.
Forget that he's a fighter you enjoy watching. Forget that you're excited to see his upcoming event, whether it's a rematch with Dominic Reyes or if it's
I would
a
like to
fight
see
coming
that.
up or whatever. Forget it. Completely forget it. Pretend you're not even an MMA fan. You just know who Jon Jones is. As a repeat offender, as a guy who is constantly getting in trouble, who's hurt people
Yes.
in the past,
Well, he didn't-
physically
who'd he
hurt
hurt?
people, a pregnant woman.
The pregnant woman's rich now.
Oh yeah,
She's
oh,
better-
oh, she made some money, but
she's
that's
better
okay.
after
That-
she met Jon.
That saves the fact that she just got into a car accident with a fucking baby in her uterus. No, it's fine.
I got to say this.
So
the baby's
forget
fine.
the fact that you're an MMA fan.
She's a millionaire.
Forget the fact that you're looking forward to the fights or anything. As a human being,
Yeah.
how many offenses does it take for you to finally be like,
Listen,
fuck it?
the
I'm
guy
not
should
even
be in
trying to
jail.
defend this guy.
Okay? The guy should be in jail. But I look at it this way. He is
I can't stand you right now. I actually despise you for this.
I look at it this way. No one got hurt. You know?
Doesn't
Punish the
matter.
man.
Okay, let me ask you this. Wait.
I'm going to still watch it. You know
Okay,
what?
stop.
I would be a
Stop,
hypocrite.
Stop. Let me ask you this.
Okay, go ahead.
Imagine your daughter was driving on the street at the same night that Jon Jones was driving reckless. Now,
Okay.
he didn't hit your daughter,
Yeah.
but he was on the same street and they passed at the same time Jon Jones got pulled over.
Okay.
Any wrong move, your daughter could have gotten hit. Your daughter could have died.
Okay, hold on a second.
So, what do you think of Jon
hold
Jones
on.
now?
You're doing what if scenarios. If
No,
my,
this isn't
let me
what
put
if-
it to you this way.
This is
hold on.
human
Can you?
beings.
All right, you asked me a question. Relax. Let me
Don't-
talk. You don't have to talk over
Relax.
me. Okay. If my daughter was pregnant and got hit by
No, not
Jon,
pregnant.
hold on. If my daughter was pregnant and got hit by Jon Jones, and then Jon Jones grabbed the coke, grabbed the weed, his gun, whatever the hell he grabbed, and jumped over the fence and went to his boy's house. And
No, his handgun and his alcohol.
and my poor daughter was there pregnant in this car accident and then became a millionaire. Yeah, I'd sign up for that.
I can't.
I would sign. Listen.
You're disgraceful.
Listen, here's the thing. It's wrong. And honestly,
more than
the
wrong.
right thing to do in this situation is the UFC to say, all right, we had enough.
Do you know why this is a problem?
That's the right thing to do. But
Yes.
it's not going to happen.
But do you understand? This is not a problem because, he did something wrong. Like you said, people make mistakes. He has made this mistake over and over again. Mm-hmm. And this is not something that he's like, I'm just going to use my better judgment. No, he recklessly drinks and he recklessly drives, firing off guns for God knows what reason.
Jared says that she broke her arm, the pregnant lady.
She got hurt.
Yeah.
She got hurt. She
If
lived,
my daughter-
but she got
Hold on.
hurt. And she was pregnant.
If my daughter broke her arm and she was pregnant and survived, the baby was fine, and became a millionaire, I would say, take one for the team, kid. That's what I would say, Jesse. I mean,
We are never, ever. I will never
Where's
give
my
you
cut?
a child.
Where's my cut?
You're
What do we got here?
disgusting.
Marky Rowe, what do you got?
Jon Jones is a fucking saint. You fucking crybabies make me wanna puke my guts out. When was the last time you passed out winter coats to the less fortunate?
Yeah.
Shame, shame, shame.
Everyone's pointing fingers here. This is terrible.
It's true. Listen, you make a fair point that it's you can't really blame someone if you're not as much of a saint. But I'm not recklessly getting drunk and driving and risking other people's lives.
Listen, it's
I'm not
wrong.
firing off. Have you ever heard of Shannon's Law?
Jesse.
Wait, no. Shannon's Law. You can't fire a
Shannon.
gun. You don't even know what the fuck Shannon's law is.
I don't know, but fuck her. I don't care about her law. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you know, fuck her? Because she fucking died because some idiot fucking shot a gun into the air and the bullet came down and went straight through her fucking head.
What does that have to do with Jon Jones?
That has to do with Jon Jones firing off a gun for no fucking reason.
But Shannon's dead, but Jon Jones didn't kill her.
This has nothing to do with being a saint. This has to do with whether or not you are being reckless and when is enough enough? When is it time to finally fucking punish this guy for constantly making this? It's not a mistake anymore. He's recklessly doing this.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Jesse. Okay.
What?
Dana White is going to go ahead with UFC 249 and risk many people's lives.
True.
Because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Jesse B over here is like, go for it, Dana. Let's risk that. But take Jon Jones off the street. Aren't you contradicting yourself
Would
here?
you consider Dana White a repeat offender?
I would, yes.
For what?
Because he already had an event with no crowd.
Did anyone pop up with coronavirus from that event?
Well, we'll find out.
Nobody did.
We don't know. Did they all get tested? How
Nobody.
do you know?
Listen,
what I'm saying is
it would
this.
have come out by now if somebody popped with coronavirus.
What I'm saying is this, okay? Jon Jones, yes, he should be punished for the mistakes he's making. Jon Jones should not be drinking and driving. In fact, this is his third time happening. He should probably be in jail. But here's the situation. We watch a sport that's called the UFC, okay? Yeah. And repeatedly, we have Conor McGregor doing fucking ape shit stuff outside of the cage, right? We have Jon Jones doing stuff outside of the cage. We have Khabib jumping over feet first and starting a riot. We have all this shit.
He didn't start a riot.
Yes, Jesse, he did.
No, he could have started a riot.
Okay, when that happened, there were people outside in the streets fighting. That's because of what happened.
Yes.
Beating each other up for no fucking reason. It was because of that. What I'm saying is this. People are acting irresponsibly with the UFC over and over and over again, yet we still watch this sport and consume this sport. And now the UFC is about to have a fucking event in the middle of a pandemic, risking people's lives, and we're like, hey, let's go. Right? That's the sport that we're watching. Jon Jones makes a couple of mistakes, he should go to jail.
Oh, yeah.
If he doesn't, which he's probably not, and he fights in the UFC, what are we gonna do?
Wait a minute. You're saying Jon Jones makes a couple mistakes, and now you're trying to make him the equivalent of the UFC, who's, by the way, not a repeat offender in this situation. The UFC had one event during the coronavirus pandemic, and that event turned out fine. Nobody got hurt. Nothing happened. They took all the precautions necessary. They had no audience.
I'm waiting for you.
They had no audience, and everything turned out fine. They're going to have an event in April, so they say. And if something happens, then that's one offense. Okay. Jon Jones not only had repeat offenses, but had repeat offenses over the course of years.
Okay.
And people kept vouching for him and saying, it's okay, Jon. It's okay. We're still going to keep you in this UFC. You're still going to get all these good fights. It's fine. Just, you know what? Just pray to God and people will forgive you.
What? Okay, let me ask you a question.
When did the UFC ever do that?
Jesse, is one wrong?
Absolutely. Okay. But is more than one wrong worse?
Okay, no.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm going to say...
Yes, it is.
I understand people learn from their mistakes, but then there should be a set rule that you can only do things a certain amount of times.
Yeah.
Okay?
So the UFC hasn't made it wrong yet.
Doesn't do that. No matter if you do it one time or 10 times. Why are you comparing
Jon Jones to the UFC, a full organization? One person to a full organization that takes multiple people to put together.
What should the UFC do?
What do you mean?
What should the UFC do with Jon Jones?
The UFC should not give him any fights. Figure out what the...
So I just answered your question.
Figure out what the fuck's going to happen with his sentence. He's got an arraignment coming up. Wait. See what the judge says.
Yeah?
Guaranteed.
What if the judge says not guilty?
The UFC pays someone and Jon Jones is right back in the fucking octagon.
So you're making my point. This is what I'm saying here. It's not even... Jon Jones is a fucking knucklehead, should be in jail for the things he's doing, right?
Yes.
He's drinking and driving, he's in trouble. But here's the situation. We've seen this over and over again, and the UFC is going to find a way to make Jon Jones fight again inside the cage. And what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and watch it. So
I have to. I'm a fucking podcaster.
Doesn't matter. You're a fan too, and you're going to do it. And you're going to watch the coronavirus stream. You're going to watch all that shit.
Wait a minute. If I never had this job where we were constantly broadcasting UFC events, if I never did this, I would not be buying Jon Jones's pay-per-views.
No, you wouldn't?
I would not.
I would.
But because I have this job, I have no choice.
You know why I would? Because I would want to see the other fighters fight on there.
You're kidding.
I would not.
Why wouldn't you just wait to see the highlights after the day after?
Here's why I would do it. If Jon Jones was on a stacked card and there were other fighters on there, if we don't pay those pay-per-views, it's not that we're taking money out of Jon's pocket. We're not taking money. We're taking money out of everyone's pocket. So everyone's being
Fuck,
punished.
man.
It's the
You
UFC's
know you get
job.
the early prelims and the prelims for free as long as you have ESPN.
What about the rest of the card? What about the main card?
the main card?
Yeah. What about
So
the
what,
other
you're,
four
you're
fights?
taking it out of what, 10 people's pockets?
Yeah, you're taking it out of their pockets. These
Yeah,
poor
because
people.
all the other pay-per-view buys don't do enough.
What is your solution?
So your one buy is completely
okay.
different.
What is your solution?
What do you mean? What is my solution? I told you the UFC waits to figure out the arraignment and figure out what the fuck happens with Jon Jones. I think the UFC shouldn't get
talking
involved.
too fast. Slow the fuck down.
What, you don't like my speedy talking? You can't keep up, Moss?
You're making my head. I feel like I want to do some coke with Jon Jones, get in the car, start drinking and firing off some shots when you're rattling these words in my face. Slow down. Pump the brakes. All right, now continue.
No, I don't want to talk if I'm not allowed to talk the way I talk because
Okay.
you can't keep up. Sorry, you can't keep up, but everybody else can.
All right, let's get to donations over here.
So I thought.
Aw, super
Holy
chat.
shit. Thug Panda, a.k.a. Young Tree Bear.
Jon Jones equals Aaron Hernandez.
You know, well...
The CTE has gotten to him.
Aaron Hernandez was something else. Maybe Jon Jones is gay and a murderer too. I don't know. That's a weird and not. Well, I mean, if he did kill people while he was drinking and driving, I guess you could make the.
He could have very well.
Anytime you get behind the wheel, do not drink and drive. That's just a big no-no. I am not condoning
We'll
that.
have a handgun with an
it's-
empty shell.
He hasn't done anything right.
next to it.
That's
Who
not what I'm
does
trying
that?
During a pandemic.
Sure.
I've been saying this shit about Jon Jones from day one. He's a lying, cheating piece of shit. The fact that dipshit Dana keeps bailing him out, all he is doing is rewarding Jon Jones's criminal behavior. Throw Dana White in jail too.
Listen.
Fuck Jon Jones.
Listen.
But in
that's the
fairness,
problem.
now-
That's where the problem is.
Now, here's the thing. In fairness, Dana White does it to everybody, including, and I had heard another guy say this earlier, Conor McGregor, who did commit a terrorist act, and everyone just magically forgave him.
He threw a dolly. No big hand trick.
You
excuse me.
even said yourself it was a terrorist act.
Yeah, but it was a fun attack. Fun. It was fun. He's defending his boy.
To be fair to
You're
Jon Jones,
insufferable.
he's been stuck in the house with his girl and 4 daughters. I'd want to get the fuck out of there to drink and shoot at shit too. Cops probably planted the gun on him. Cops always fucking with a black man, just ask
Oh my
felony.
Now, what about that conspiracy?
I
mean,
think it's ridiculous.
We can't listen. It was the same cop. Do you think that they were like, "Oh shit, that's Jon Jones. Let's fuck with him"?
Everyone's like, oh, it was the same cop. Like, he's been following Jon Jones around.
By
You
the
have
way,
to remember.
hold on. Felony's in the chat right now. Felony, I saw that KFC video. I want to know if you got that damn chicken because you were treated like it was a horrible experience. And who the hell was that girl in your car? Because man, she was going off. We're gonna play this video in a second. Shout out to Felony. Guy Jesse.
Okay. I feel everyone's like, oh, it's the same cop. He was following him around. He knows where Jon Jones is all the time. Maybe this was a ploy, blah, blah, blah. No. Albuquerque, New Mexico is not like bigger cities. It's not like Phoenix. It's not like New York. You're not going to see a million different cops. It's the biggest area. It's the capital. It's the biggest area of New Mexico, but it's not like you're going to see a million different cops around there. It's usually the same cops is from some specific unit in a certain area because that's their designated area to patrol. So it's not shocking that the same cop pulled him over. It's really not shocking.
Yeah. So it could be possible if you want to be a conspiracy person. You could say that this cop was tracking him, knew that he was up to no good. Maybe he planted the gun. I don't fucking know.
It's driving. You guys.
I'm not saying that's the case. I don't believe that. I don't believe that in any way. But who knows? We don't have the full story. Maybe some foul play happened. I don't believe that considering this is the 3rd time that this happened. Let's get the full story until we can really execute the man because this is serious. If he is wrong, and I do want to play this video after we get through these donations over here. Thank you for the donations, guys.
Super chat.
King K dropping another deuce on us. We have a video, March 2016, that we want to play. Brett Okamoto put it out there. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It's basically the judge kind of saying, listen, you do this again, Johnny boy.
It's over.
It's not looking good for you. So King K making Connor fly. And if you want to get your donations in, link in the description or hit the super chat. Appreciate everyone that's contributing. Anyway, let's get into a little chat before we get into the next donations.
Okay. Raul Chagas says Jones is the real deal, man. He is undefeated, man. Nobody can stop him.
Oops.
Forgot that.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Moss, you pussied out yesterday, but today you have redeemed yourself. When you make that much money for a conglomerate in USA, you can do anything. Laws only apply to common folk. Remember Rampage and his rampage?
Mm-hmm.
Got off scot-free. Imagine if that was today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, things are different. You know, I mean, listen. What can I do here? All I know is he's wrong. There's no way I can defend what Jon Jones did.
I love hearing you say
Okay,
that.
and I'm with that. But will I watch him fight if he does fight again? Yes.
But this has
I
nothing
may even
to
root for the guy.
Well, God, I have so much to say.
We got a lot of donations.
Darren Till just took a picture, and he's friends with the biggest drug trafficker in Ireland.
What?
Multiple deaths, etc. Is that okay or not?
Yeah,
what?
answer that, Jesse.
Wait, what happened? He took a picture and is friends with the biggest drug trafficker in Ireland. Wait, who is this?
Darren Till.
I will not make a comment until I know every detail of this information.
Listen, they're hanging out with. This is bad news, man. This is a quarantine, man. We're just having some fun.
But this has not. Okay, so back. It has
gotta hang out
nothing to
with
do.
drug dealers.
This has nothing to do with whether or not you would watch his fights again. This has to do with him as a human being. How many offenses does it take?
Is this him? Hold on a second. Is this what he's talking about?
Did someone make this up?
But Darren Till tweeted this. What do you mean make it up? He tweeted it.
Okay, let's see.
Twitter's always real.
Darren Till could have photoshopped shit.
Darren Till has been hilarious, by the way, with his getting fat during the coronavirus. It's been great. By the way, we're doing a bonus stream today, so make sure you subscribe. This is just a bonus thing. Dubai hideout.
Can I see what his caption is?
The fuck is this?
Oh, there's no caption. It's just the. It's just the pictures. What
It
the
says
fuck?
hanging with Dubai's
Oh,
mob
you gotta
boss.
click it.
No, what the fuck? Hold
Hold
on.
on, I'm reading. I'm reading.
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to do a show here.
Samuel Kinahan and what? I've never hidden this friendship, and why should I when the man has given me more valuable advice as a friend than anyone I've ever met in professional capacity? I've been a friend with Dan for years and years, long before I've ever joined MTK Global, so why would it automatically be presumed the two are linked? There are thousands of people dying all over the world right now, people losing their jobs and struggling to keep the roof over their heads and put food on the table as this is news. These journalists who are harassing me right now for a statement and writing lies and hatred in an effort to make this
Who
news.
cares?
Wait, so this is a... Wait, okay, go to the next picture. So this is hanging with Dubai's mob boss. Daniel Kinahan plays businessman as he's pictured alongside UFC star Darren Till and MTK's newest signing.
So they're trying to get some like drama with Darren. Look how short is this guy?
So wait.
So apparently he's a bad guy.
Why are we going... This is about Jon Jones. Why are we going... Why are we
Well, Roberto's saying, listen, they're all doing shady shit. Who cares?
I understand that. But Darren Till's not a repeat offender. He's just friends.
He is.
He's
Who let the
friends
man
with...
live? We all seen his last couple of fights. Shit, we need a coked up John. It's good for the sport, baby. At Zanya stands no chance now.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
That's right.
Does.
A partying Jon Jones again fucks up
He's
Adesanya.
always been partying. He never
He's
stopped
back.
partying.
Jon Jones is back. This is the bones that we love. So Darren Till, he was just running from the cops not that
but
long
what
ago.
I'm saying is Darren Till's not a repeat offender.
Yes.
He's friends with a repeat offender.
He was just wasn't he hit and running with his veneers hanging out of his face?
one offense.
This is the second one.
He stole a taxi cab, which we don't
He
even know
stole
if it's
a cab?
true. He stole a taxi cab in Spain.
Oh, now wait.
unquote.
Hold on a second.
Quote unquote. We don't even know if that actually happened.
Is it because Jon Jones is black? Because Darren Till's very white.
You're gonna play the race card on me now.
You're saying it's okay what Darren Till did. It's
No,
not okay.
I'm saying that it's not proven he stole a taxi cab, but it's proven that Jon Jones got caught for like a millionth friggin' time.
Let me get this. It's okay for Khabib to jump out of the cage, feet first, into a man's face and try to start a riot. It's okay for Darren Till.
He didn't try to start
Hold
a
on
riot.
second.
Wait, he didn't try to start a riot. He went after Connor's Corner because they were making slurs about his religion and his father.
Why do you have excuses for him and Darren Till, but you don't?
You
Jon
had
Jones,
excuses for Jones after the first offense. How many does it take before you stop making excuses
What
for
I'm
him?
saying is this: we shouldn't have
Let me tell you
excuses
this.
for anybody.
Let me be perfectly clear here. If Khabib Nurmagomedov, Darren Till, or Israel Adesanya, three fighters that I adore very much, made repeat offenses over and over and over again to the point where I got to the fourth or fifth time, I would stop making excuses for them.
Why are you
this
getting
is
so
the
mad?
fourth or fifth time for Jon Jones, and he hasn't stopped making excuses for him. When does it stop?
I am not making excuses for Jon
wait,
Jones. I'm
no.
saying what he is doing is wrong.
You said you want to defend him.
No. What I am saying, if you would open them ears up, I am
Tell me.
saying when Jon Jones fights again, which he will, I will watch him, and I'll enjoy his fights. And whatever happens, happens. It's up to the UFC. I was gonna say the UFC. The UFC
And the UFC.
to make a decision and be responsible here and say, listen, this guy, the third time, the guy's driving drunk. We can't let this guy fight for us anymore. We can't do that. They're not. They're gonna let him fight, and Mystic Moss is gonna watch it.
You are despicable.
I'm gonna watch Darren Till fight, Khabib, Connor. I'm gonna watch them all. I don't care. I just want to see people fight in cages. Listen. He's wrong. He should be punished for it. If he doesn't, if he gets off, I'm gonna still watch. If War Machine beat
I
the
don't wanna
fuck
hear
out of a
it
stripper,
anymore.
if War Machine is out of jail, I'd probably watch War Machine fight too.
Boom, roasted. Boom, roasted. You suck. Boom, roasted.
What does Thug Panda have to say?
Jon Jones equals Aaron Hernandez MMA-Holes. You guys are awesome. Much love from Austin, Texas.
What up,
Epstein
Texas?
didn't kill himself. Coronavirus is government made, and Joe Exotic was framed. Hashtag Tiger King for life.
We're almost done with Tiger King. It's great.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, check it out. Tiger King on Netflix. It is a must watch. It is fantastic. I can't believe that people, and I see in the chat, Moss, your logic sucks. Well, listen, welcome to the show. I mean, I don't know what you want. I don't give a fuck.
Someone's logic sucks every day.
What's up, Batgirl?
Jess, you should have replaced MOS daughter with Jones crashing into Connor and hurting Connor.
Oh, that's
Seems
true.
good fighters get a pass. EA. Both Connor and Jones. Dana sees this more as inconvenience, but sees dollar signs in a troubled fighter's next fight.
I love Batgirl.
Here's the problem
but-
with that, Batgirl. If I did, here's what he would say. Well, it is what it is. It's
Hold on.
okay if we
Let
lose
me-
you. It's fine.
Let me clear this up for the delusional people, okay? And Batgirl, I
not
love you to death,
delusional.
but you're coming across as a little delusional here.
She's not. You're not
And
delusional.
here's why I'm going
I
to say
love
this. You love Habib, right? Habib almost started a fucking major
You are
riot.
missing the point.
No. The point is this. Okay? And let me defend myself here. The point is this. We all root for these fighters, and they all fuck up in their own ways, some more severe than others. And yes, Jon Jones, what he's doing is way severe. The guy should not be doing this stuff. But before we start going, fuck you, Jon Jones, you piece of shit. I never want to watch you fight again. I love Habib. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He's done shit too.
Can I make the point now?
I mean, it's so hypocritical.
Is it?
Connor
Because
did shit.
here's
Habib,
the
everyone's
problem.
doing shit.
Here's the problem, Moss. Here's what you're missing.
Hypocrites.
Okay? And I made this point literally 2 fucking seconds ago, but you only hear what you want to hear. Jon Jones is a repeat offender. Khabib Nurmagomedov, not a repeat offender.
Okay. Let me put it.
Conor McGregor, repeat offender.
So wait.
honestly.
So if you do it more than once, you are exiled.
It's not about that. Your point that you made earlier in the stream, you said everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's going to do something and they learn from their
and
mistakes.
we move on.
Right. Everybody makes one mistake. They learn from it. They move on.
So if I
Jon
fuck,
Jones never learned from his fucking mistakes.
all right, Jess, you ready? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna have sex with someone else in front of you.
Yeah.
It was one time. It's a mistake. Forgive me.
Well, it's not a mistake. It wouldn't be a mistake for you.
But think about that. It's just as bad if you do it once. If you do it a
are
million
right.
times.
I've said 1,000,000 times. You are right. You shouldn't even do it once. But the fact that Jon Jones continues to do it does not make it even the slightest bit appropriate to defend him.
Let's go back
I think
to the
you're playing
donations.
devil's advocate. I don't think you believe what you're actually saying.
Let's go back to the donations.
I don't think you believe what you're saying.
during a pandemic.
I'm Marky Rowe. What do you have to say?
Jones is psycho. Don't try to figure him out.
He's
Just
psycho.
enjoy the ride.
Yes!
He's a
Yeah, he's fucked
narcissistic
up. He does
sociopath.
a lot of good and every so often some fucked up shit.
Yeah!
Sound familiar?
I am with you, Marky. I am with you.
I feel like
the
you don't
guy
believe
is a
what you're
pain in the
saying.
ass. The guy should have cut it out. He should cut it out. He's being a knucklehead. And in fact, he probably will get jail time for this. And if he gets out of it, and if he's fighting, again, what am I going to do? I'm going to watch.
But we're not talking about are you gonna watch? We're talking about when is enough enough? When does he go to jail? When does he stop getting away scot-free? This isn't about watching his fights. No
So
one gives a fuck about watching his fights.
What is your solution?
I'm asking you.
My solution is this. The UFC is going to let him fight.
We're not talking about his fights.
so I'm
talking
gonna watch.
about what happens to him legally. When is enough enough?
He should go to jail.
Does he go to jail?
He should go to jail, yes.
For this exact offense.
100%.
No more getting away scot-free.
No, but guess what's going to happen, Jess?
I don't care if he fights.
Guess what? That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not making a big deal of it. This is ridiculous. We have to get the full story. Calm down. You're freaking out over nothing.
Shopping during
Can't wait to watch him fight again. Batgirl.
If Jon Jones were to have killed someone during this incident, this would be an entirely different situation.
Yep.
Shame on Dana if he doesn't draw a red line with this abhorrent behavior. Dana is struggling now to respond. Imagine taking questions after a death.
Absolutely. Now, you're 100% right about that. Also, if Dana White goes forward with UFC 249 and someone gets the coronavirus, God forbid someone dies, it's on Dana's shoulders. It's just as bad. He makes risky decisions here. It's all about money. Now, in this case, you might have to put your foot down. You might have to do it the UFC. But what is the UFC going to do? Someone else shot the gun. He was set up. They're going to do that shit, and we're going to watch.
You are despicable, and I have to pee.
During a pandemic.
Donations coming in, catching up, Connor.
Can we all together say fuck Jon Jones? Here we go, 1, 2, 3, fuck Jon Jones.
Oh my God.
Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful day. Love you guys.
We sure are. Thank you, Connor Hernandez, and everyone donating on this breaking news. Thursday night, we didn't plan on this, but Jon Jones got himself in trouble once again. He was drinking double the alcohol that he was supposed to have in his system. He apparently, allegedly shot off some guns. I don't know, or a gun. I have no idea. They found it on him. And he is out now. We're going to find out what happens shortly.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Hey, Social Vash, what's up, man?
UFC shouldn't get involved. Let him fight. This is America. You telling me the champ can't fook a couple of strippers, do a little coke, shoot his guns? What the fook we talking about?
See, Social Vash is like, come on, what's the big deal? What is the big deal? Well, it is a pretty big deal. It is. But like I said before, I mean, what am I going to do? There's nothing I can do. No matter what I say, the UFC's not, they're going to do what they're going to do. You know, the law is going to do what they do. I don't know how the hell he's going to get out of this one. If he gets out of this one too,
Shopping during a pandemic.
he's like Houdini.
WHODA fuck cares about who Darren Till took a pic with. People take pics with Hillary Clinton all the time. That bitch has a higher kill count than COVID and AIDS combined. Jones should be stripped of the honor he carry around his waist. Black MF belt.
Thank you, Kainoto.
It's not like Darren Till made it was the drug lord. He just took a picture with the drug lord.
Yeah, I don't know where this came from. But yeah, Darren Till. I don't know who that guy is, but I guess you got to be a drug lord when you're that height. Right? Forget. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Drunk Savage.
Jesus forgives and so should you, JBH.
Yes.
Are you a fake?
This has nothing to do with that. And don't you ever dictate my religion. Don't you ever dictate it. Because unlike Jon Jones, I'm not a fake motherfucker. I know
he
that
loves
I will
God.
always sin, and I will always have the freedom of free will, and I will always account for those. So don't you fucking play that game with me. And no, it's not about forgiving Jon Jones. It's about whether or not he should be held accountable for his actions. Because with free will, Drunk Savage, and with being Christian, you have free will. You make the choices. You're responsible. I'm responsible for my actions. You don't see me going out and fucking drinking and getting twice the legal alcohol limit and risking other people's lives behind the fucking wheel with a gun behind my seat and an open shell. I'm not fucking doing that shit because I have a brain in my fucking head.
John, I know you're watching this. Take care of this. She's out of line right now.
Whew.
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Bones, and we'll get back into the donations in a second. Thank you to all the donators tonight. Unbelievable stuff. You guys really are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's a pandemic. So what I'm thinking is this. He doesn't have anyone to drive him around because everyone's quarantining themselves.
It's so ridiculous.
So Bones hits the bottle and is like, let's have a party tonight. Now, this happened yesterday? Wednesday?
Thursday.
Thursday. It is Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Last
today.
Thursday?
Today it happened.
Oh, it happened. No, it didn't.
Yes, it says Thursday on the... Ma, I just read
All
you
right,
the
no more
freaking
yelling.
article.
My head hurts.
Moss, I just read you the freaking article.
What is going on?
It just said on Thursday afternoon.
Thursday
Okay,
after. So
let me-
during the day?
Yes, it just happened today, Moss. It happened today. Let me find
No, maybe they found out today. Wait, he's day
it
drinking?
happened today. On Thursday, Jones was picked up just past 1 a.m. local time, and
Okay.
based on booking information.
So it was last night. All right, last night going into today. Jesus Christ.
So it was Thursday.
All right, so last night the guy's having a couple of drinks. Maybe he's doing a little TikTok video or something. He's partying, having a grand old time. Let's get the peace, get in the car, and just drive around. But I don't have anyone to drive me because I'm self-quarantining. You got 4 kids. You have a fiance. Where are you going? During a pandemic, you're going to White
He's
Castle.
probably hanging out with some friends.
Where?
They're probably not
There
self-quarantining.
was one more person in the car, right?
No.
It was just him?
It was just him. Yeah.
Where are you going? Yeah, it was last night coming into Thursday. So, I mean, technically Thursday because it's 1 a.m.
It was on Thursday.
So, where in God's name, what was, I would love to know from John, please, can you walk me through this process? I can't seem to figure this out. I'm bored out of my mind during the quarantine.
He was partying Wednesday night with his friends because
he was out
in New Mexico. There's probably not as much quarantine as what's going on.
Who was he out with?
His friends. Holly Holm probably. So he's out with Holly, and he's like, "Hey Holly, let me show off to you real quick. Papa, I got a gun, right?"
You just spit all over.
And so now
I got the virus.
Now he's got this open shell, and Holly's like, "Well, I don't know if I want that open shell in my backyard. Could you pick that up?" Jon Jones picks it up, puts it in his pocket, right? And he puts the gun in his pocket. And then him and Holly Holm get done.
So you're
making
saying
out
they're in the car?
And in Holly's house in her backyard.
So they shot off
him and Holly Holm. After he gets done showing off with his gun, they get done making out because Holly was like, "Oh, that was so fucking hot," and they get done making out and having sex. And then John's like, "Oh, I gotta go to my wife now, or my fiance." And so Jon Jones leaves with the gun and the open shell in his pocket.
I guess we're never getting John back on the show.
Back seat. And he still has that open bottle of alcohol that he was sharing with her to get her a little tipsy and loose, you know. And so now he's driving home, and everyone heard the gunshots, so they got to call the police. The police is like, "Okay, we'll respond to it." And the only car coming, because everybody else is in quarantine right now, is Jon Jones' car. Lo and behold,
can you slow the fuck down?
There's a gun with an open shell in the back seat and open alcohol, and they say, "John, what were you doing tonight?" "Well, I was just banging my side chick."
Why are you talking so fast?
You know, and then he was banging a side chick, and they're like, "You know what? You smell like alcohol. Let me take your blood alcohol test. Oh, actually, let me give you a sobriety test." And he fails that. And he's like, "All right, you know, you got to take a breathalyzer."
All right, Jesse. Okay.
And he does.
Can you slow the fuck down?
He takes a breathalyzer.
I'm gonna have a heart attack listening
twice
to
the
this.
alcohol limit, and they're like, "You know, you shouldn't have gone out and banged your side chick tonight because you just got in trouble."
All right. So
again.
moral of the story is this: you're saying, what the fuck just happened there? You're saying that Jon Jones was hanging out with somebody.
Holly Holm.
He was popping some shots off.
Yeah.
Showing off a little bit in his fancy
Pew,
car.
pew.
Then all of a sudden he's like, "You better get the hell out of here. I just fired some shots off. If someone rolls up on us, we can get into trouble here. Get the fuck out of here." Perhaps it was Holly Holm, and she trots off, and then John gets in the car and drives.
Yeah.
Okay. And then while this happens, the cops find her. All right. I want to make sure I got what you said there. By the way, I see Colby Covington in the chat. Colby Covington did say something.
Yeah.
I don't know where your head goes. I mean, you have some interesting ideas in there. Slow the fuck down.
I just don't know why you can't keep the fuck up.
I don't know, man.
It's because you're slow, man. It's okay. It's okay to be a little retarded.
I will replay this for you later and see if you can keep up. All right. So Colby Covington, what does he have to say?
Okay. Colby Covington said.
I feel like he just got raped. My ears just got raped. A gangbang of knowledge from Jesse.
He said, "See, there's no need to panic. The world's still perfectly normal."
Oh, good old Colby Covington. Oh, good old Colby. Yeah, so John's kind of fucked. All right, let's get back into the donations. Peoples.
Super chat.
Super chat. Whoa, 50!
Get a roll of toilet paper on me.
Whoa! Texas veteran with the 5-0.
Wonderful.
Oh, man. Minkia, how about that?
What does minchia mean?
Don't worry about it.
I've heard you say
from
it.
the Italians.
I've heard you say it a million times.
Maricon.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Man.
Minchia.
I don't know.
You don't know what it means. You
don't
just
worry,
say it.
Jesse. I gotta curse another languages here because I don't want to get demonetized.
Minchia.
Texas veteran with the donation. So Colby Covington chiming in. I'm sure a lot of people chimed in.
Super chat.
Brazilian?
Till trashed hotel tried escaping by stealing taxi.
Yes, we mentioned. Yes.
And listen, that's his first offense, so he's fine, according to Jesse. No problem. Next time
This
might be
was
a problem.
alleged. Nobody even proved that actually was Darren Till behind the taxi.
That was him. What are you talking?
Who proved it?
He admitted to it.
He didn't admit to it.
He got in the taxi.
When did he admit to it?
He dragged his veneers in there.
Yeah.
Off the sidewalk, hopped in, had a little fun.
Yeah.
Stole a cab.
Show me the proof.
But it's all good, man.
Yeah.
You love your Darren Till.
You love your Jon Jones.
I don't love Jon Jones.
What if he was attempting suicide? This is serious.
You know what's funny?
I definitely don't think that was the case.
The first thing I thought of, a friend of mine was out partying during a holiday, and he pulled out a gun, and we don't know if he was fucking around or whatever. He shot himself in the face. He shot himself
horrible.
in the face.
Whoa.
And somehow survived. Fucked up his whole jaw and everything. Somehow survived. When I heard this story, I was like, I thought the same thing. I'm like, what if this guy would have done something crazy and shot someone or shot himself? The guy was clearly intoxicated. Oh, my God. That's a whole nother conversation.
That was really dark, Mom.
Well,
Boom,
I mean, listen.
Roasted. Boom, roasted. You suck.
He done
Boom,
fucked up.
roasted.
In Arizona, you have to serve mandatory time. If you keep getting busted, the time gets longer.
Agreed.
Jones will need to speak time in the pin. At least he's not out there doing it BJ Penn style and getting filmed by casuals.
All right, there we go. Renee talking about the Arizona rules.
But he's not wrong, and I think it should be like that everywhere.
Yeah, it should. Listen, drinking and driving is nothing to take lightly. Especially if you repeat offenses. Like, what are we doing here? Something's got to be done.
During a pandemic.
But I'd still watch him fight. Vlad.
Jon Jones didn't do nothing. I like how everyone becomes a complete saint all of a sudden when Jon fucks up. Mob mentality by a bunch of hypocrites.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
Well, nothing else happened.
Oh my
Jon
God.
should face 0 repercussions.
We have another Jon Jones. Get the fuck out of here, Vlad.
Man.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you telling me how many times have you fucked up with the law, Vlad? Probably a million, I would assume. How many times does it take before one of your family members or friends who find out about it go, what the fuck are you doing?
During a
Get the fuck out of here with that shit, saints and bullshit.
Points to Moss.
Jesse, stop. MOS is going to blame this on Holly now. Lol.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's all the preacher's daughter's fault. Man, oh man.
Probably.
You think Holly was in the car? What do you think? May have been.
No,
in
Holly
there.
wasn't in the car. He went to go see Holly, and then he was driving back from seeing Holly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Devin Clark is watching this, he's definitely not coming back on. That's it. That's a wrap. Look what you did, Jesse. You're chasing all our guests away. We want Jon Jones to crash the show. I'm surprised that donation didn't pop up. Like, out of all donations, that one doesn't show. All right, here we go. Let's show this over here. This is March 16th. Jon Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor.
If you come back, it won't go well. So take this serious.
If you come back, it won't go well for you. That's what the judge said.
It won't go well. So take this serious.
Take this serious.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let's just look at his face over here. This is the man.
He's scared.
Look at his face. March of 2016. A couple years back, almost to the day, right? Was it yesterday? When was it? I don't know what the exact day it was. It just says March 2016. Here's Jon Jones. This is the look that he gave the judge.
It won't go well.
It won't go well for you.
So take this serious. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Your Honor.
Now he looks back. He's like, yeah, fuck that. Look at when he turns around. He's like,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I just got off. See him licking his lips.
He's like, oh, hell yeah.
Here we go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, whatever. He's like, holy shit.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, here we go. See you later, guys. The cop just whispered to him, how the fuck did you get out of that one? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's so great. I love it. I love it, Jesse. This is the greatest sport ever. We have the craziest athletes that compete. I mean, they don't give a fuck.
I don't think I've ever seen Jon Jones look so scared, though.
It's the best. We legit have the best sport ever. So if you're just jumping in, Jon Jones, oh boy, got himself into a little trouble. Just quick synopsis, and then we're going to shut this down.
All right. Well, Jon Jones was arrested on Thursday morning at 1 a.m. on charges of aggravated DWI, negligent use of firearms, possession of an open container, and no proof of insurance in the vehicle, 3 of which are misdemeanors, but the aggravated DWI is a felony. So, unfortunately, Jon Jones is going to have to go. He was released on bond. He's going to have to go to arraignment within the next week or so, I believe, to figure out what his sentence will be, if there is a sentence, which I don't think there will be. But that's beside the point. And now we wait. It's a waiting game to find out what happens.
Oh, there it is! Sean McKenzie! 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jon Jones, crash the show. 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 Jon Jones, Bingo Graham, 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 crash the show.
Fuck Jon Jones. I hope he gets anal raped by an AIDS-infested coon gang.
Whoa!
Jesse is 100% and gets my money the next time I come on during Fuck Off Friday.
There you go.
Points! JBH!
All right. Thank you, Sean McKenzie. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Sean.
So someone in the chat said, and yeah, Rancid was the inspiration for that song. So whoever said that, you are spot on. Valentina Shevchenko says this on Twitter.
So sad the modern world is all about hype. Now many people starting to insult Jon Jones without knowing his real situation. Fighting on the same card, I could see he is a kind and noble man. Him being in all that difficult times, he will be back stronger. Moss, that's not what it sounds like. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I want to work on that a little bit.
That what? What's wrong, Jesse? What's wrong? What's the problem? Oh, this is broken, Jess. This is broken. This is unacceptable. Let's see if I can fix this. I knew something would break while we're live. Hold on.
Unacceptable.
Hold on, Jesse. I'm gonna give it to you hard. Hard and strong. Here we go. All right, we got it. 100 likes, fellas.
100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes. Off the lights. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes. Off the lights. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes. Off the lights. 100 likes. Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes. Off the lights. The dislikes can
choke on a carrot.
Okay. We're gonna get out of here, but we have one more thing to play.
What?
Super chat.
The question I have, why was he driving a Jeep?
Was that what he was driving, a Jeep? Well, it's easier to fire off shots in a Jeep. You just have to unzip or unsnap the top. And if I knew that, I would have put a Jeep in the thumbnail. Whoops. You can't get them all right, Jesse. Can't get them all right. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on Fuck Off Friday.
Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole.
Oh, and by the way, all the links to our sponsors in the description. And if you have anything else to say about this subject. Oh, shit. The hell?
It'll be business as usual. Jon will still headline cards and get away with it as per usual. He had to lick his lips to keep himself from smiling out the court. Ha. Jon Jones is the fucking man.
And on that note, Jesse, thank you, Vlad. On that note, any other comments if you're watching the replay, let us know down below. All right, there we go, Jesse.
Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole.